Hey, I bought my first ever role-playing game, and it was Star Wars Edge of the Empire by Fantasy Flight Games. The guy that started Geekway, Jay Little, is actually one of the lead creators of it, so that's pretty cool. So I got the Game Master screen that you're looking at here, and this is like the cover for it. And so it's basically a Game Master screen. Now this really only works with the main core rulebook, but I thought it'd be cool to have. And it's got some of the folds out to this cool picture. There's a guy that does actually a very in-depth review of it, of all this. I'll try to link to him on the bottom. So here's all the information on the inside of that game screen. Tons of charts, and it tells you the page number in the core rulebook. But you can still use a lot of these for this beginner game that I bought, that I'll show you in just a minute. So I just wanted to show you some of the things here, what the symbols and all the dice mean. So it uses this dice system that does not, there's not numbers on it. There's like successes and failures, destiny or advantage, triumph, not failures. I can't remember the term they use. You kind of roll the dice, and it'll bring up so many successes, so many failures, so many triumphs, advantages, and something else. So this has got all the stuff. I tried to go a little slow here, but it's actually quite fast that I'd show all this here. But this is quite a detailed chart here. There's the vehicle criticals. So then you go to, in that, with that Game Master kit, and I didn't show the cover on here, sorry about that, but it's an adventure that you can play. Now I don't know if you can play it. I think the guy told me, and looking at it, you have to use the main core rule book. There's probably a lot of detailed stuff on it. But so this is an adventure, or like a adventure path or whatever, that the Game Master can lead them through. These are all pretty they're pretty structured, but that's okay for someone like me who's not ever game mastered. Now, got to be honest, I'm not a great storyteller, so I'm a little nervous about being, I'll probably just do it with my boys, so that'll be all right. They'll be easy on me, hopefully. Anyway, so it guides you through, and normal kind of adventure thing. Tells you how many successes, and pretty good book actually. It's pretty thick pages. Anyway, so that's kind of cool. And so this one's pretty basic as well, to help you walk through what it's like if you've not done much of it. But I guess it still does access all the main rules. So there's that. Now this is the main box. This is the beginner box, and it comes with these things here. So these dice, these are the dice I was talking about. Successes, advantages, whatever. I shouldn't say the terms. I don't know what they are, so I'll be quiet. Like I said, there's another guy that talks very detailed about these. Now here's the book. Now they do a very basic, like, read this first. And what this is it tells you what the maps can be used for, and it just walks you through an adventure. It's almost like, here's what it's like, the first couple moves. Then the next book is the adventure itself, and it is very basic. It just walks you through, okay, as a game master you do this, set up your table like this. Those little red boxes up there that I'm pointing to that you can't see me pointing to are like tell you what the GM is supposed to say. And then the lighter, kind of pinkish salmon looking boxes are rules to go through, and the black ones are kind of detailed about extra things you could do, or more detailed explanation of things. And so there's like 5 or 7 encounters that you go through, and that's that. And then you can continue the story in the long arm of the hut, which is a free adventure on Fantasy Flight. It would be cool if they continued doing some light free ones. And then you have the character portfolios, and there's Lorik, the hired gun. And so it's, again, these, for the players, and the GM kind of walks you through what all the stats mean, what they mean. And the cool thing is it levels you up one time during the adventure, so it kind of shows you what you can do to do that. So the players aren't supposed to see this part yet. And then I'm not really sure what this is. I think it's to continue. Now here they kind of guide you on how to walk through, and I gotta tell you, that's what I struggle with on role-playing, is the whole leveling thing. It's like the points thing in games. I'm just not that good at figuring out the best way to max somebody out, and power play and all that. So it comes with 4 characters: a bounty hunter, a human, a rebel, I'm not sure what it said. And then you got the main rulebook, so read this last. So they don't even you can play it without even reading the rulebook. This is the beginner game rulebook. It's 40 pages long. And the main core rulebook, I think, is 200 or 400 pages long. And I did not get it because I wanted to see if if we can even get a game in. And if we can, cool, and we have a good time, then we'll try it. But So, but I am nervous about not being a storyteller, and when I have some friends that run some adventures in Pathfinder. I mean, I've only played Pathfinder and Call of Cthulhu, and they're just, Jay's great at telling, a different Jay, not Jay Little, Jay Moore. Great at telling stories. So So anyway, and the dice are cool. Well, okay, and these are tokens that you can use on the maps. They're pretty thick. They'll pop right out of this cardboard thing. I feel pretty good. They're already popping out of there, so that's cool. It's just different your characters and some of the NPCs and some ships, because it does have ship combat, and that's it'll be interesting to see how it handles that. Then it comes with this map to just guide you. There's not hexes or marks. It just kind of says, short range, long range, medium range, and there's the cantina and the spaceport, and then something else. So that's Edge of the Empire.